Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to Paris. Of course, we are loading because, of course, we are not going through the prologue. And because we've completed Kitten's route, Kitten's version of the story, the same for James and Ricardo, we are left with Dragon, who is like the least interesting character in my opinion. Okay, this is it. I toss back my covers and climb out of bed, reaching upward to stretch my arms. I've woken up in this dorm hundreds of times, but this is the closest I've ever felt to actually being certified. An excited shiver courses through me. What time is it? I glanced at my alarm. I'd actually meant to wake up earlier, but I'd been so excited that I could hardly sleep last night. It's not exactly a hard lesson learned, but I'm well aware that the world waits for no one, not even the heroes that are training to save it. I get dressed as quick as I can, then check myself for neatness. They say appearances don't make a hero, but I can't help but think that it helps to at least look the part. Doesn't make sense. Speaking of appearances, where is Glamour? I grumble under my breath as I check my doorcom, but there is nothing, no pings, no knocks. It's annoyingly silent, which can only mean one thing. I have to wake him up.
Only you would sleep in one of the most important day of your life.
Maybe because it's not one of the most important day of his life, in his opinion.
Ricardo!
I shake him on the bed, waiting for a reaction. Silence.
Ricardo, you're ignoring me, just get up already!
I lean close to listen, but I can't hear anything from inside his cocoon of blankets. Maybe it's an illusion, but he's left behind, and he's already in the training room. I mutter under my breath.
Now that would be my miracle!
I shake him again.
Oh come on, you already know one of these hates latecomers. He'll definitely lock points from both of us.
There's an over-dramatic groan from beneath the sheets at the mention of our team leader's tag. I can practically see the look on his face right now, half asleep, bleary-eyed, and not at all what a hero in training should look like on his first unsupervised mission.
Ricardo, you get ready right now or else I'm dragging you into the bathroom and scrubbing you myself. You are not making me late again.
He pushes the sheets off, my estimation of his expression so dead on that I consider moving to the mental abilities study track. Okay, I'm up. You don't have to wake up the whole dorm. I force my eyes down. Ricardo always sleeps shirtless. He didn't want to before, but recently. I heard him speak, trying to concentrate on anything but his body. Thankfully, he stumbles into the bathroom, speaking through the door as the sink turns on. What's the rush to get started? We'll be doing this for years.
That's not a way to look at it. We're trying to become certified. Ricardo will be a Polish master not road with clearance to protect the world.
I let out a sigh.
You know, what Defender says, we have to give it our all every single day and become the best we can be, or else something terrible could happen.
Yeah. That's not true. Kind of. He opens the door, toothbrush in hand. Like me losing all my beauty sleep? I make a face at him. The fact that I can see his old chest helping me to be more natural.
Wars! Hurry up, you know analyst is waiting for us in the training room.
He shuts the bathroom door again. Considering it takes 9 seconds for him to arrive anywhere, I don't think waiting for us is a big deal. When he comes out, he's dressed in for Glamour reporting for duty, Dragon. Despite the nervousness in my stomach, I beam at the sound of my tag, glad that he finally remembered. Dragon. At the sound of the warning bell, I click my heels together and stand up straighter. Wow.
Dragon Glamour reporting!
Yeah. Dragon and Glamour reporting. The room is empty, and all his voice booms through the speakers. You're late! urges there to shoot Ricardo a dirty look.
Sorry, sorry.
It's my fault, overslept. The robotic voice is slightly dry. Surprising. In my excitement, I reach over to squeeze his hand, more out of habit than anything else. He shoots me a surprised glance. My thoughts of the mission keep me focused and excited, and for once the nervousness I've been feeling around Ricardo dissipates. I can only wonder what kind of assignment this will be. Infiltrating ships. Space, atmospheric entry patrol. I glance at Ricardo, but as usual, he seems nonchalant at best. I try not to let it bother me, but it's okay, after all, I'll just have to be excited enough for the both of us. That also doesn't make any sense. Dragon, step forward. I'm there before he finishes the sentence. Glamour, step forward. Your field assignment is data extraction. 2 folders slide out from the wall. The realization dawns on me.
Wait just a second.
This is a joint mission. Ricardo voiced my worries, even if they aren't worries for the same reason. Since we started dating, I hadn't been able to really be natural around Ricardo. I don't know if a joint mission is the best idea. I can't say that though. That is correct. Your files on the details have been ported to your dorms. You are to develop profiles and file reports on citizens from pre-selected zones. The details you need to acquire are in the file. Understood? I nod, smiling.
Understood!
How exciting. When I look at Ricardo, somehow he's managed to keep a straight face in spite of his obvious sarcasm. Data collection is a vital part of espionage. Glamour, if all goes well, you have less than a year before your team debuts. A little more pride in your work will take you far. Fine, but my concern is that I've never handled any illusion while trying to deal with so many unknown factors. Especially not if I'm distracted chatting it up with the locals. You wish to delay this assignment?
No, he doesn't.
And how about you don't speak in his stead, damn it! I look at Ricardo, trying to communicate with my eyes how badly I need him to say yes. If I am nervous around him, I still want this mission more than anything. Dragon, shut the hell up.
You're worrying for nothing. You've kept my illusion with lots of people around me. That's plenty of times.
He looks doubtful. Maybe so, but I was concentrating so hard that people thought I couldn't speak. Don't you remember? They used to call me your silent watchdog. Yeah, I still don't like the girl. His overly serious mood makes me smile.
What could possibly go wrong?
He shoots me a dubious expression, muttering under his breath. Because things always go well when people say things like that.
Look, we'll just be doing the same things we do every day in training only without supervision.
Oh. I'm not trying to burst any bubbles here, but I'm trying to be realistic. If we fail this assignment, we'll both have to go back to training for a long time before we get another one. He turns slightly away, making his voice louder. Isn't that right, Annie? Annie? There's a lot of science. I have a strange feeling that if Annalise still had the body, he'd be glaring murder at Ricardo. Correct.
Ricardo, we're not going to fail!
He continues as though he doesn't hear me. And if I pass and you fail, well, what's the point of any of this? I realize what he's saying. If he passes about me, he'll be moved forward to the next track, just that much closer to graduation, and sees his barely tolerates hero work as it is. He looks at me knowingly, then smiles slightly. I meet his gaze. My voice does as if.
But we should at least try. Annalise, is there anything else?
There are more details in the file, but I'll give you the basics. Dragon. My back straightens.
Yes!
You will find the target and roll the rapport with them. I feel the excitement going back, warming me from head to toe.
Got it!
Glamour, you're a backup detail. Your primary charge is to maintain Dragon's illusion and, if necessary, come to her aid. You have been assigned a target as well, but if you are unable to complete this after mission, it will not be counted against you. Can do. Dragon. At another time, you will also be performing a dread drop with your translocation when the main objective is complete. Please ensure that your translocation is up to par. The location will be sent to your personal record. Are your objectives clear? I'm not reviewing them in my head.
Hey, objective, get a profile data. Secondary object, translocate to the drop-off point.
Why would you repeat that? Main objective, Shield Dragon. Secondary objective, find me a BFF and get them to pour their guts out. Unless ignores Ricardo's smoking tone. I try not to let his utter respect for our work get me down, as usual. Maybe if he learned to like it, then... Yeah, force it on him, sure. I force myself to refocus. Good, retrieve your files and report to destination by 9 hours. Dismissed. It's 900 hours, right? Whatever. If I could have squeezed analyst in a hack, I definitely would have.
Thank you, analyst!
Later, Annie. Another warning bell sounds, ending the transmission. My eyes wander over to meet Ricardo's. Both of us hesitate, but it's Ricardo who breaks the silence first. Do you want to meet me in my room in an hour? I nod slowly, but I hope my boldness spends.
Hey, I'll see you then.
He smiles warmly at me, but my heart is still pounding in my ears, even after he goes.
What else? Should we bring any other equipment?
I think we're good, actually.
It's our first assignment. I just don't want to get there and find out we need something else.
We'll be fine as long as we're together, okay? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, well...
Well... He looks at me expectantly. Since he's the one who expressed doubt before, I feel it's strange that I'm the one being comforted. My voice is small.
Yeah.
I grab my phone and wallet from my nightstand. Well, not my phone. Wallet? What's my name supposed to be again? I read it out from the file.
Hurry up, man. Kind of mouthful. Airborne human with one eye on grandfather. Vapid, chatty.
Ricardo shoots me, teasing great. Sounds like you just have to be yourself.
Don't make me pocket port on your phone.
He mimes, zipping his lips, but he can't hide his smug expression.
Hey, there's a photo inside.
That's kind of annoying. I was hoping we'd get to choose. What does she? He blinks. Oh, she's cute. And breasty. Nice. A complete opposite of dragon.
Ricardo.
Just making a commentary, I mean. I'm not complaining, but I will openly admit, however, that I do. Now that's something I can't say because that would be a lie.
Don't finish that sentence!
Ignoring the throbbing in my chest, I start an business.
Okay, give me your file.
He hands me the thin, flexible holographic sheet shining slightly under the lights. Alright, I can do it. I clap my hands together, then pull them apart in one fluid motion, a light rimmed circle of darkness appearing between them. Seeing Ricardo flinch beside me, I wince. I forget sometimes that pocket portals make his ears pop. Tossing both our files aside, I pinch it shut, then stick Ariana's wallet into my pocket.
Okay, we're good to go.
I look at him expectantly.
Right?
He looks me up and down. Wrong.
Hey!
I look down at myself. The glamour, right?
I'm so jittery, I was forgot. I wonder why I put on clothes when I've got you wrong.
He opens his mouth like he's going to say something, then decides against it, his lips quirking into a grin instead. Might not be so bad for me. I almost ask why, but then realize that he can see through his own illusions just fine. I let out a nervous laugh.
Hey, you're hilarious.
I try. He tilts his head, eyeing me. What's the order of the day?
What do you mean? I'm supposed to be...
An airborne lion, I know. I was there when you read your file. But I was asking about in the meantime. If you don't want to put on the lipstick guys right this second, you can wear some face more comfortable. Just until we get a little closer. Boom. I grin at him conspiratorily.
Hit with the moment that combo deluxe.
What? Good choice. He shuts his eyes and takes a breath, then opens them. This illusion is the prettiest. Prettiest? The direct compliment matches me off guard.
What?
He speaks so quickly trying to recover that I almost can't understand him. I mean, I'm just saying, well, he clears his throat, then tries again. Well, you know how it is with my illusions. Of all the glamours you've had, this one's my favorite. The strings that make it are the best, the most beautiful I've ever seen. Strings, right. He always describes casting the illusions on other people as strong, tying them with string. I don't get it myself even though he's tried to explain it 1,000 times.
What's so freaking hard to understand? It's super easy.
I took my head, not sure what to say. Well, if he likes the illusion that looks most like my parents.
I guess you miss my parents, huh?
He looks at me pointedly. Well, that was not what I meant at all. He puts his hand in his face and drags it down. You're not one of subtlety, are you? I laugh.
Nope. If you recall, I completely failed the subtlety unit in year 1 and year 3, respectively.
Pathetic. Right, I forgot about that. Well, I think you're yeah. Beautiful. No matter what your face looks like, but this one is kind of important to me.
Well, you are really good at glamour, so.
He shakes his head. That's not what I mean either. Even what the glamorous, I think you're beautiful, dragon, really beautiful. That's not true. He gazes in my eyes, fingers trailing down the hard glossy scales on my cheeks. His hands are completely different texture, but he looks like he does not stall. My gaze flickers across his face, unsure where I should look. Seeing my uncertainty, he drops his hand, smiling wryly. Sorry, we should be.
Right.
The third awkward pause of the day. I thought that even after that we would still be the same, but it feels like something has changed between us. I have a feeling that it's not because we are starting the next part of our training. I want to ask him, but somehow the words won't come out. Ricardo, it's not my imagination, right? Things are different between us now, aren't they? My voice is quiet.
Remember when we went exploring around the construction site? The one on the hill?
The hill by your house or the hill by my old school?
The one by your school, yeah. We'd meet there whenever my parents went out on errands. There was that one time when you made us look like construction workers and we climbed on the girders and fences until you fell.
Until I fell and almost died, yeah, not my best moment.
You wouldn't have died, we were only like 10 feet up.
I could have died.
Well, I thought you didn't die.
He smiles wryly. We had to convince not one but two sets of parents that you didn't sneak out and that I got alive by a wild animal. Those scratches on my arms from your scales looked absolutely brutal. I looked down at my hands.
My nails still grow too fast too.
Ricardo doesn't respond, so I look up and I'm greeted with a brooding on his face.
What is it?
Carda, if you hadn't saved me.
But I did.
But if you hadn't.
Oh, who cares about what ifs? Don't evaluate a natural heroine's work.
Ricardo takes a step back, shutting his eyes again. He pauses before he speaks and shakes his head. Almost start tapping my foot, waiting for him to make up his mind as to whether he'll say something or not.
You know, no matter how bad I am at understanding subtlety, it can't be as bad as you are at actually being subtle.
He sighs, eyes still closed. Are you really okay with all of this?
Okay, what?
It's your first solo assignment without an overhead surveillance, but you're stuck with me again. I try grinning up.
There could be worse things.
I think that's what she said. I thought that'd be the end of it, but he frowned slightly instead. I can't tell what he expects from me.
I'm not a telepath, you know.
I wish. He turns off. I won't answer. Sometimes I look at him gets more reaction than actually asking. I was thinking that even if I'm just your backup, I'm still getting blood because, well, our first assignment is together. There it is. I can only be grateful that my cheeks are scaly. If he could feel how hot my skin is, I feel like I'd never live it down. I know he doesn't just mean together, but together. Ricardo's eyebrows furrow, but no matter how red his face grows, he refuses to open his eyes. I have a strong feeling that he's trying to glamour himself, but of course I know him too well for his illusions to work on me. Not just that, never mind. Just close your eyes so I can glamour you. And she will finally look good. The pastry shop is small but more cozy than cramped. Shit. Think about all the possibilities if you had such a crazy power. The glamouring thing. Oh my god. I already changed into Ariadne's skin. Ricardo wearing his own glamour has taken a seat next near the door for a better angle on the rest of the shop. I size up the other patrons, not that there are many. Other than us, the only people here are a couple with 2 small kids sitting beside the display case and the guy behind the counter. I figure they're probably not the best targets. I don't want to try building profiles on 2 people at the same time, much less 4. Clerk it is. I walk over to the counter, confident, smiling, doing my best not to seem like a novice hero on training mission. Hey, what can I get for you? Okay, played good.
What up? I'm Ariana.
Rock Dame.
And by Ariana I totally meant to say Ariadne. Whoops. You like cats?
What? Okay, that's 2 failures in a row. I resist the urge to turn around and look at Ricardo, but even without him looking, I can almost feel him. He felt expelling all the way from the dining area. I tried to remember pointers from my remedial course in subtlety. What did the hawk say? Avoid loaded or leading questions. Never ask your target about marriage, relationship, or if they want kids. That's just common sense! Religion, politics, and how much money one makes should all be avoided. Okay, that's also common sense. I take a breath. It's okay, Dragon, you can still salvage this. The clerk gives me a strange look and gestures to the nameplate pinned to his apron. The very nameplate where I can see his name, clearly written in a neat brown marker. James Z. James, nice to meet you too. And no, not particularly. Why?
Sorry, I just came from the vet's office. Good cards on the brain.
Right. Anyway, do you know what you would like to order?
I don't know, this is my first time here, you know. You just look like the farmer who knows his way around the menu. What do you recommend?
James the clerk stares me. I can't read his expression, but he blinks, being disinterested and past. Our new chocolate scrumptious has been very popular since it debuted last month. If you like chocolate, it'd be a good choice. I scrambled for lead.
A chocolate scrumptious, huh? Do you like chocolate?
Okay, woman or desserts?
What?
He doesn't answer his own question, laying most of himself instead. I mean, laughing. Sorry, that joke's a little old for you. Anyway, if I didn't like chocolate, this would be a terrible job. Yes, that makes sense. He smiles slightly in spite of the general weirdness of the conversation. This is so terrible, I'm definitely going to fail.
Totally makes sense.
He stares at me, waiting. I should try to find out how old she is.
You know, you look way young to be running a pastry shop.
Good thing it's not my shop then. Not his shop, the information encourages me. Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm not surprised, you look way.
I trailed off, panic flaring up in my chest. I already said that, didn't I?
Like, how old are you anyways?
Old enough. So you wanted the chocolate scrumptious, right, Ariadne?
I'm not a big on chocolate, actually, Mr. Z.
It stands for zipper. Seriously? I look at him surprised.
Really?
No, but I thought you were going to ask, so I was preempting. Just James is fine. Gee, he's good at this. It's almost like he's purposely trying to be difficult. I just barely managed to resist groaning out loud. At least he gave me his name, even though it's on his name tag. And I know that he enjoys his job, or at least he likes chocolate. I also know he's old enough to run a pastry shop, and his last name isn't Zipper. So basically, I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing about him. He hasn't actually answered any of my questions so far, as much as skirted around them. Kind of like Ricardo's, now that I think about it. Nice, right, nice. Actually, I guess I'm the type I avoid answering questions properly. Anyway, let's go with this.
I'm so sorry. I thought I knew what I wanted, but you guys have way more options than I thought. Let me go see if my friends want some anything.
I give up, decide to go on the hunt for Ricardo instead. Cool, feel free to drop back in if you figure out what you want. Laboriously leaned against the wall looking as cool as an assorted number of cucumbers.
What?
Welcome back, Red. How'd it go?
Not so good. I'm pretty much right where I started.
He glanced down at the street musician nearby and fluttered him a slight smile before putting his arm around me and pulling me away. I squinted a glimmer on his face and noticed that he's not the older man I started the mission with. He looks like a teenager, maybe the same age as Ariadne. Once we're out of earshot, Ricardo speaks. What happened in there?
I thought I was ready, but it was a disaster. I feel like I forgot everything I learned in advanced intrigue.
Just remember the main stuff. Start conversations, not objectives. Successful interactions start non-verbally, make eye contact and smile. He looks around to make sure we're secluded, then turns to me. Would you rather look more like you? Not your real identity, but I know what he means. The glamour that resembles my parents. I nod. By the time I look down at my hands, I can see it's already done. He's gotten faster. Alright, I don't know that's something he would like to hear. Distracted, it takes me a moment to notice Ricardo's broad chest suddenly in front of me. You want to open up your body language. Shoulders back, chest up, and raise your chin. The more confident you look, the more people want to talk to you. I try to follow his example and take a deep, shaky breath. He pushes back on my shoulder with one hand while pressuring the small of my back with his other hand, correcting my posture. See what I mean? Forcing my eyes up to his, I try to stay calm despite the feelings of his fingers burning their imprint into my skin.
Yeah.
Don't let these civilians make you nervous or get in the way of your goals. Be confident, you're a heroine, aren't you? With his hands being so distracting, I don't feel like much of one. Oblivious to my thoughts, Ricardo looks me over, assessing me seriously. He could relax a little, but still, much better. When my eyes meet his, Ricardo is all business. Despite how close we are, he doesn't seem to mind much at all. I find myself strangely bothered by this, but I force myself not to dwell on it too much. You tried talking to the clerk, right?
Right.
Did he catch on?
What do you mean?
Did it seem like he figured out what you were doing? I reflect back about a minute to my chat with James. Did he seem like he suspected something was up? Not really, more like I was just another weird customer.
I don't think so.
Good. Say what?
That's good. How is that good?
Because subtlety is an important part of this assignment. One that you could use a lesson.
Yeah, very funny.
No, I'm being serious. If you ace that, it will up your overall grade. Look, since you didn't blow your cover, why don't you try to find someone else and try again? I open my mouth to express my doubts, but Ricardo isn't there, then opens his hand, a deep red hibiscus resting in his palm. He tucks it behind my ear, giving me an encouraging smile. I know it's an illusion, but it makes me feel better all the same, like this own personal way of telling me that I can do this. Maybe I'm not so sure of myself, but Ricardo believes in me, and if he believes in me, then I owe it to him to at least try to believe in myself.
Fine, maybe you're right.
He looks back in mock astonishment. I am. So I am. What a strange feeling this is, being right. I smack him lightly on the shoulder.
Chill!
He grins cheekily, then pats me lightly on the back. Go on, I'll wait out here. Peeking around the corner, I peer inside through the shop's massive window. Of course, there's still no one else inside but the family of 4 and James the clerk. I know to just give up completely, but there's nothing left for either of us here at the pastry shop. We'll have to go somewhere else to find a new target. I turn back to Ricardo and shake my head.
There's no one left to talk to. Let's just go back to base for now and we can try somewhere else later.
You don't want to just wait till one and see? Honestly, I'd rather not waste my time.
Not really.
Give it a few minutes. According to the scout report, this place is usually busy at this time of day. I take another look at the dining area, but it's still just one family. Let's buy a snack or something and sit down. We can chat while we wait for someone new to show up.
You think so?
Yeah, let's take it slow. It's not like you're barred from applying for an extension.
I guess you're right.
I am right.
For once.
Something, broken clock. Seeing the half grin he flashed me, I barely restrain a groan. What's that saying? Even a broken clock is right twice a day? I let out a snort.
Yeah, ever profound, thank you.
The sarcasm thick in my voice. Ricardo lifts an eyebrow. Don't let me rub off on you too much. Our banter feels normal again, just for this moment. I flash him a smile, and with trembling hands squeeze his hand for support. He returns the squeeze, and together we go back to try again. We head back inside, the little bell over the doorway sounding as the door swings open. Ricardo returns to his seat in the dining area with a different face, leaving me to go back to the counter and buy something to eat.
Hi again.
So the cat lady returns. Know what you'd like this time around? I managed my best. I'm absolutely no crazy smile.
Yeah, thanks. 2 chocolate donuts, 2 maple glazed, a hot chocolate, and a bottle of water, please.
Coming right up. James carefully packs everything in a cute little bag tied shut with a red ribbon and slides it across the counter. Your total is $7.15. That's not a lot. Okay, I want to move to where those guys are living because the prices seem low. I don't have any change on me, so I place it in his hand. James offers my change with the receipt, but I wave it off. I flash a smile.
Just the receipt is fine.
James drops the money in the tip jar, then smiles as he hands me the receipt. So, you're a cool cat lady. The banter shows me off, but I recover quickly, trying my best to channel Ricardo's advice.
I'd like to think I'm not the crazy kind, so yeah, you could say that. Cool cat lady. See you around.
He nods, still smiling. Please come again. I grab the bag and turn to leave, almost smashing straight into the person standing behind me. Oh.
Oh, sir, is you there?
No, it's my fault. I was reading the menu.
And here I'm looking. Sorry about that. Have a nice day.
I start to move past him, but he raises his hand. Man, you know, I've never been here before. Is there anything you would recommend? I lift an eyebrow.
This is my first time here, so I don't really want to ask.
Oh, right. Are you visiting from out of town?
No.
I see. I've just never seen a girl like you around before, and I would have noticed someone, so, He trails off, and then there's a short pause. I'm not sure what. If anything, I should say.
Well then, I hope you just move something good.
Wait! I know this is really sudden, but... she's already got something.
Would you maybe like to sit down and talk over coffee?
Why would I want to talk over coffee with some guy that I don't know from a can of pay? Oh! That's what's happening here!
I'm kind of in a rush right now, but...
I could just give you my number, and if you wanted to, you could call me whenever you're free.
That's well...
He doesn't meet my eyes, but he does stand there expectantly waiting for an answer.
I mean, no matter how you look at it,
I'm not surprised. In this form, any sane man would ask her for a number. But then he downs me. This is my chance. Even if you have slightly different reason to beat up, it doesn't change the fact that I can use this to build up a profile on this guy. Besides, Ariadna isn't even real. Unfortunately. Okay, Dragon, put on your game face and turn up the charm. Or, well, turn up Ariadna's charm. Exactly. What am I supposed to be? Well, what am I supposed to be? Vapid and chatty? I smile brightly at him.
I love that so much. In fact, I look like with you people or whatever, and you just choose a really bad time, but it's okay because, you know.
He got me off rude, but a good sign that I'm being chatty enough, I guess. Yeah, that's great. The guy scribbles his number on a napkin and gives it to me. I glance the number on the paper, then pockets it. Tucking the paper back under my arm, I offer him my hand. He shakes it gently.
I'm Ariadna, by the way.
Yeah, it's a really pretty name. I flash him my mouth sparkly smile.
Thanks. I didn't choose it for...
Ho 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 ho, he laughs like it's the most hilarious things you've ever heard. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How the hell? The guy that basically hits on Dragon in Ariadna's form. So basically, Ariadna is basically the one that looks the best in the game. He's on basically, god damn it. Basically, how in the world a guy that is named exactly like I am hits on the girl that I would hit on, because let's face it, Ariadna is super sexy and gorgeous, and yeah, a complete opposite of the dragon. But okay, I'm Arthur.
Oh, that's like that king guy, the camlet one.
Yes, exactly that one. I've never heard that before. You know what's crazy? I never hear that as well. Even though that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear when you mention my name. But okay.
Well, I actually love to read, so you know that's the first thing I thought of.
Nice. There was that cartoon, remember? The one with the animals? What? I let out a loud giggle.
Ah, yeah, that one! I wish I'll definitely be hitting you up on sometime.
I brushed past him with a wave. When I near Ricardo's table, I jerked my head at him as I walked by to let him know to meet me in the hallway. Ricardo sees my expression and goes on alert. What's up? Is something wrong? Who's that guy?
Do you want one of these?
No, I'm fine. I'll take the water for. I managed to concentrate well enough to pocket more than donuts on first try, then turn back to Ricardo, handing him the water.
Just some guy asking me out!
Oh, the concern on Ricardo's face slipped away. He doesn't look angry or ever annoyed. But whatever he is feeling, he's choosing not to let it show. He's not even glamouring himself, but his expression is carefully neutral. That's good. Strangely, in spite of everything, he actually sounds like he means it.
I think so. I think I could get a lot of information from him.
Smart. He glanced at me. So you said yes then?
I took his number. I didn't make an advance or anything. We still need clearance for the extension after all.
Ricardo is silent as we continue walking back toward the base. He never says what he's thinking at times like this. Anyway, if I push, there are only two outcomes, he tells me, or he doesn't. I tried not to feel frustrated. Well, it's worth a shot.
Why are you so quiet? Is it Arthur? Because I don't have to call him, you know.
Who's? Ah, the guy. I think you should. The fact that he seems like he means it is what confused me. Even if I don't know what it is, I know him well enough to see that there is definitely something bothering him. I decided to drop it for now. He will talk to me about it when he's ready. We return to the base. In relative silence, the same thoughtful expression on Ricardo's face the entire way home. And actually, let's end the episode here. We shall continue this in the next one. Hopefully we'll get to see more of Ariadne. Bye bye.